guys, welcome back to Harlem Grown's virtual programming. I am Miss Haley. I am an educator with Harlem Grown, and today we're going to be doing an indoor gardening activity where we are going to start some seeds in egg cartons. Egg cartons are actually a great way to recycle something you may not need anymore and start something new. It's a perfect size to start some seedlings in, and so you can start whatever you'd like in your seeds. You can start an herb garden, use some cilantro, parsley, rosemary, but what I'm going to be doing today is starting with some spinach and arugula. I'm not really a big fan of going to the grocery store right now, so I've been trying to grow some things at home that I can continue to use, and greens like spinach, arugula, kale, lettuce are really easy ones to grow inside. They grow really fast and they're low maintenance. So we're going to start with some spinach. It's important to look at the back of your seed packet to see how you need to start the seed. So I filled my egg cartons with some soil just from outside. It's actually not super important to have really good nutritious soil to start seeds because seeds have all the food and nutrition they need to begin growing in the seed itself. Once you transfer these into bigger pots, you might need some better soil. But to begin with, it can just be soil that you found or you can find nearby. So like I said, you're going to want to flip the seed packet over on the back to kind of get a list of all the different things this plant specifically needs. One of those things is going to be depth. So this is how deep you are going to plant your seed. Usually the bigger the seed, the deeper it has to be planted. So this one only needs about a ½ inch. So I'm going to do this row up here. I'm going to do about a ½ inch. It's just like my finger usually. You can just kind of go up to like halfway up your fingernail or past your fingernail depending on how big your fingers are. I'm just going to make a bunch of little holes. If you've ever done this with me at Riverton, you know exactly what to do. Or if you've done this with me at St. Hope or at summer camp, we've always done seeding stuff. So you probably have a better idea than your parents do, and you can tell them what you know and your knowledge. All right, so I've made those holes, and now I'm just gonna grab the seeds. I'm just gonna gently put them into my hand, a couple. You can put about 2 or 3 seeds in each one, depending on how many seeds you have. That way, if one of them doesn't sprout, you might get the other one to sprout. So this just gives you a better chance of having successful sprouts and successful seedlings. Okay, so I'm just dropping 2 into each hole. There we go. All right, and the rest I'm just gonna pour right back into the pan. Then you're just gonna gently cover them up. Okay. And that's it. That's all you did for step 1 for spinach. All right, so now we're gonna move on to arugula. This one is different. Spinach was a ½ inch depth. This is only a 1/4 inch of a depth. So even less deep than the one you did before. So maybe just about a 1/4 of the way up your fingernail or halfway, just gently covering them. They don't need to go deep at all. They're pretty small seeds. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing again. Pour out a couple of seeds. You can see that these seeds are smaller than the spinach seeds, which is why they don't need to be planted as deep. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. All right, so that's 2 or 3 sprinkled in each hole. Okay, if you drop in an extra couple by accident, it's fine. You'll just thin them out as they grow. Okay, there's never too many plants. That's the least of your worries. You can always get rid of extra plants if you have too many. Okay, and then we covered those back up gently and pat them down. And we finished the seeding part. So all that's left now to do, as I always ask my kids, what is the most important thing plants need? And that is water. So we're just gonna go ahead and water these in the sink. What I do is I put them in a tray or a pan because the cardboard does leak if you get too much water. So it's easy to just water them and then put them in something that will hold that water. You don't want them sitting in a puddle of water, but you do want them somewhere that you're not gonna get the counter all wet or something like that. And then put them in a sunny windowsill or somewhere that they'll get some sun once they begin to sprout. The last thing you want to do that's super important is you want to make some markers. This is an old thing that I have. You can also use a popsicle stick. This one is for parsley, but you want to write spinach or arugula or whatever it is you made and just mark it. So that way when it starts to sprout, you know what they are. All right, so you are gonna have to wait a little bit, right? It's not gonna be overnight that you're gonna see those seeds, but your seed packets will give you a nice estimate of when you should expect to see some sprouts. So both of these ones says seedlings emerge in about 17 to 14 days. So give it about a week or two and they will begin to sprout. And then they will begin to grow like this one that I have here. I started this one a couple weeks ago. I actually have some cherry tomatoes right here and some basil sprouts right there. Now these ones are beginning to get big, so soon I'm going to have to transfer them into some bigger pots so they have some more room to grow, but they've been very happy growing in an egg carton seed. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys try this one at home. I know you guys are all expert growers, all of my students, so I know you guys can do this one. I miss you guys and I can't wait to see you guys back on the farm soon. All right, stay safe, bye.